Hello, Renovo community. This is Kelly Calabrese, and today I am here with Angie Gardner. Angie, thank you so much for being with us.
Yes, love it.
So glad you're here, Angie. I know you're so busy. You're in high demand. You are a full-time nurse, registered nurse. You work for a healthcare facility, and you also have a husband, John, and a 14-year-old son, Dusty. So I know that already keeps you busy. And on top of that, you compete in futurities, derbies, barrel races, and more recently, the last few years, you've been competing in rodeos. So that is so exciting. I know you're busy. How are things going?
Good, good.
Excellent.
Very good. Now that I have my good horse back.
Okay, good. Well, tell us about how you heard about Renovo.
Through Facebook, actually. I saw a post that Ginger had put on Facebook, and I thought, what is this Renovo? And sent her a message, and it was very exciting what she had to share with me because we had tried everything else on my horse, and he pretty much was a pasture pet at that time.
Wow. Let's just give a little shout out to Ginger. She is so amazing. I mean, this woman just impresses me so much. She is the face and the front line of Renovo. If you know anything about Renovo, our community out there, you know Ginger. She's out there working hard. So much research going on. She's in the field. She's visiting vets. She's talking to the athletes and the sponsored athletes, and just has such a heart to really make a difference. So I love that you heard about this on Facebook, and now it's really starting to spread. So tell us about your Renovo story with your horse.
Okay, so my horse Malibu had strained a suspensory in oh gosh, it was in 2018 when he did it, and it was fast forward a year later, and still the injury was not healed. He wasn't 100%, and the vet that was treating him at the time said, 70% of horses don't come back from this, and he'll make a nice trail horse. Well, didn't want to hear that. He had finished his futurity year, top 5 in the 1D, just an amazing horse. And, I was devastated to say the least, and grasping straws and looking for whatever I could find, not wanting to throw in the towel, but yet didn't know what else I could do. And I saw Ginger's post. And when I messaged Ginger, I didn't have a lot of faith, but when she started telling me about Renovo, it kind of got my interest because I had seen what similar products had done for people with diabetic wounds. We had used placenta on those, and it kind of is on the same path. And, so I was very interested, and she thought that Malibu would be a great candidate. And fast forward, he's been competing since last spring. He got his first injection in September of 2019, and within 3 months, he was ready to compete. But of course, Wisconsin winters didn't allow that. So in 2020 is when he made his first competitive run again.
Wow. So many great points there. I love that you have the science background, and what you saw on the human side is what Renovo brought to the equine world. And little teaser for everyone listening out there, soon to be the canine world. So stay tuned for some really big announcements. We're so excited about this. We're just teasing it a little bit, but we're right on the edge of having an amnio product for canines. So it's really exciting. So I love that you have the science background, and some of the vets out there, this is still new, and sometimes they're a little apprehensive because they haven't seen it. But we're seeing so much success with suspensory and soft tissue, and like you said, what you saw in diabetic was that like wound care that you saw. Yeah.
It's amazing how much it has grown from the time that we used it on Malibu to what vets are using it now. And people that had never heard of it, and vets I'd asked at the time were like, I don't know what that is. Dr. Fonda Melby used it for the first time actually in my horse. And since then she uses it all the time. I have a half brother to Malibu, and he has a bone spur that was causing him issues, and we had to inject him with steroids every 4 months to keep him comfortable, keep him on Equiax. Last fall, we injected him with Renovo and the hacks, and He's no longer an equiox, hasn't had to have an injection yet. I ran him all winter, and he is just getting stronger.
Wow. We love that. One of our hashtags is think Renovo first, because we know when a horse gets injured, your heart just goes out and you want to help get this horse well as quickly as possible. That's part of our mission, is to help all horses, all breeds, performance horses, any horses, to get well quickly. And, there's so many things out there, and people try different things from, nutritionals to injections and just other things that they hear, and we're saying, please think Renovo first. You will save yourself time and money, but most important, your horse is going to get better quicker.
Time, money spent. I can testify to that. I'm just amazed with both horses. And most recently this fall, I had a horse that had surgery for kissing spine. And he's just going to get back in, and we're looking at injecting the scar tissue in his back with Renovo to help with that recovery.
Absolutely. I've personally seen it with scar tissue, and my daughter's rodeo horse, that was a 3-year-old scar. So really impressive. So you're right. That's why we love to have these conversations, because we're hearing what's going on in the field, beyond the soft tissue, which has been studied. So, and I see Crystal says laminitis and CPL for horses. It seemed to go work on my friends, Mini Horse, and other 2 horses I follow. Yes, we have a group of gypsy horses and mini horses that this community is just loving what it's doing for all kinds of issues. So that's exciting. So Angie, what would you say to someone who was thinking about using Renovo, whether it was a vet or athlete or any horse owner?
Absolutely do it. First line, Renovo. Don't even go anywhere else, stem cells or anything else. Renovo is the ticket.
Wow, we love that. Well, Angie, thank you again for your time. This was awesome. I know you're going to have a great season up there. If you make your way down to Texas, let us know. We'd love to see you compete, and all the best to you and your family.
Thank you.
You're welcome.